Our top focus in WION right now, Iran is preparing on an attack on Israel that will use more powerful warheads and other weapons not used in its previous two attacks. This according to Iranian and Arab official briefed on the plans. They told the Wall Street Journal that Iran could use Iraqi airspace for part of the operation and would likely target Israeli military facilities, but much more aggressively than the last two times. Earlier today, speaking of Israel's October 26th attack that killed 4 Iranian army personnel, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian warned that it will in no way leave any violation of its territory and security unanswered. However, he said that a potential ceasefire between its allies, Hamas, Hezbollah and Israel, could affect the intensity of Iran's response to Israel. Meanwhile, in the last 24 hours, Israel pressed on its campaigns in Lebanon and Gaza. Gaza rescuers said that Israeli strikes on the Strip killed at least 35 people, including 17 people in the north. At least 3 people were killed in an airstrike near the southern Lebanon city of Sidon. The Lebanese Health Ministry said as more bombs hit the country. The Israeli Defense Forces said it has eliminated a senior commander in Hezbollah's drone unit, Ali Barakat. The IDF said that Barakat spent over a decade planning and carrying out UAV attacks on Israel. Meanwhile, Israel said that Hezbollah fired 100 missiles from Lebanon into its territory, several of which were intercepted while some fell in unpopulated areas. IDF further added, however, the Lebanese group said that the missiles targeted for the first time Israeli military base in the northern city of Haifa. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, on a visit to the Lebanon border, vowed to respond firmly to Hezbollah's attacks.
With or without an agreement, the key to returning peace and security in the north, the key to returning our evacuated residents in the north safely to their homes, is to push Hezbollah back to the litany, to strike any attempt by it to rearm, and thirdly, to respond forcefully against any action against us.
And well, for more on this, our correspondent Jody Cohen is joining us live from Renana. Hi, Jody. First up, what is Israel expecting in terms of an Iranian strike on Israel for its October 26 precision strikes that Israel carried out on Iran?
Hi, Aisha. Yes, of course, Israel carried out that strike last week in response to Iran's ballistic missile attack. Now, Iranian officials have reportedly said that the Iranian regime is planning an attack on Israel, which would use more powerful warheads and other weapons that they didn't use in Iran's 2 previous attacks on Israel. Now, Iranian President Pezeshkian has suggested that a ceasefire with Hezbollah could lessen Iran's attack on Israel. So these are somewhat mixed messages, but from those statements, Israel is likely to hear that in either way, Iran is going to attack Israel again. Now, Iran has also said that the attack could come from Iraqi soil. Tehran has reportedly been attempting to transfer ballistic missiles to Iraq, and over Sunday and Monday, 5 drones are said to have been fired by the Islamic resistance in Iraq, which were intercepted by the Israel Defense Forces. And according to a report, Jerusalem warns Baghdad that it could target the Iran-backed resistance in Iraq in response to further strikes. Now, Washington has reportedly warned Tehran that they won't be able to restrain Israel if Iran attacks again. And commentators suggest that Israel could target Iran's energy or nuclear sites if they are attacked again. And that's after an aide to Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, threatened that Iran could change its nuclear doctrine.
Right, Jody, just adding to what you said, that the Iranian president this morning just said that Iran's retribution against Israel could soften if there's a ceasefire deal between Israel and Hezbollah. You're joining us live from Renana. Tell us, is there any kind of a hope that a ceasefire could be reached with Hezbollah, considering that we are just less than 48 hours away from U.S. presidential polls?
Right, so for the time being, the fighting is certainly continuing. Over the weekend, Hezbollah fired more than 230 rockets into Israel, and the IDF has been striking Hezbollah targets in Baalbek after warning civilians to evacuate. An Israeli official has suggested to Israeli media that a ceasefire in Lebanon could be possible in the coming fortnight. Prime Minister Netanyahu visited the Lebanese border and said that with or without a deal, Israel would push Hezbollah away from Israel's border. Now remember, Iran directs Hezbollah and the other proxies in the region. And Netanyahu suggested that it's important to cut off Hezbollah's support from Iran through Syria to prevent further threats. And Defense Minister Gallant also said that with Hezbollah and Hamas now weakened, Iran is looking to ignite terror in Judea and Samaria, otherwise known as the West Bank. So in the absence of a ceasefire, the IDF is defending Israel on multiple fronts, and it remains to be seen if or when there'll be a ceasefire.
Right, Jody, we'll wait and have to see the impact of the US presidential polls in the conflict in West Asia. But thank you so much for joining us on the show. That was our correspondent, Jody Cohen, joining us live from Ranana.